How to stop giving a fuck and become the best you possible. You've been wasting way too much energy giving a fuck about the wrong things. What people think of you, what society expects of you, whether or not you're too much or not enough. All that noise, it's killing your potential. Today, we're going to destroy that mindset. This video isn't about being reckless or heartless. It's about reclaiming your power by giving fewer fucks and giving them only to the things that actually matter. If you're ready to unchain yourself from approval, fear, and doubt, keep watching. You're about to become the most unapologetic version of you the world has ever seen. Let's get one thing straight. Every time you care too much about things that don't serve you, you hand over your power. You give it to people who don't deserve it. You give it to opinions that don't matter. You give it to fears that aren't even real. And the worst part? You don't even notice you're doing it. You feel tired, anxious, drained, but you can't quite figure out why. It's because you've been running a mental marathon trying to please, impress, and conform. You're constantly editing yourself. You think before you speak. You shrink your light. You second-guess your passions. And for what? For approval from people who don't even approve of themselves? That's the trap. You were born to live, but instead, you're surviving. You were born to express, but instead, you're performing. The more fucks you give to the outside world, the less energy you have for your inner world. And that's where your greatness lives. That's where the real you is waiting. You can't just stop giving a fuck entirely. That's not what this is about. You're human. You're wired to care. The trick is to care intentionally. This is what I call selective fuck giving. You have to stop giving a fuck about other people's opinions, whether you're liked by everyone, being perfect, looking foolish, failing, and start giving a fuck about your mental peace, your dreams, your growth, your purpose, your future self. Imagine your energy as a limited currency. You get 100 fucks a day to give out. If you spend them all on what Karen from accounting thinks of your outfit, or on replaying something you said 3 days ago, guess what? You're broke. But if you spend those fucks wisely, on your goals, your health, your inner peace, everything changes. You move with intention. You speak with confidence. You act from your power. This is where the real shift happens. You become magnetic, not because you're trying to impress, but because you've stopped trying at all. Let's talk about the fear that keeps 99% of people stuck. The fear of judgment. You don't take the risk. You don't post the content. You don't speak your truth. Why? Because you're afraid of what they will say. But ask yourself this: who are they really? Most people are so consumed with their own insecurities, they're not even thinking about you. And if they are, so what? Their judgment doesn't change your potential. You have to get comfortable being misunderstood. You have to get okay with people not getting you. Because trying to be understood by people who don't even understand themselves, that's a losing game. And here's a truth bomb for you. The people judging you the most are the ones doing the least. No one doing more than you is sitting around criticizing you. They're too busy building. So stop shrinking. Stop waiting for permission. Start living for the version of you that's been buried under all the fucks you've been giving away. You can't become the best version of yourself while pretending to be someone else. You need to be you. Fully, loudly, proudly. Even if it makes people uncomfortable. Your authenticity will repel the wrong people and attract the right ones. And that's the goal. You don't need everyone to love you. You need to love you. And here's the thing about being real. It's magnetic. People crave authenticity because most of what they see is fake, filtered, edited, performed. When you show up as you, raw, honest, imperfect, that's when your power comes online. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to stop letting fear control you. Say what you really mean. Do what you really want. Be who you really are. Stop negotiating your identity. Stop diluting your power. You weren't born to be liked. You were born to be real. So how do you actually practice this in daily life? Here are 5 ways. 1. Ask yourself every morning, what do I actually give a fuck about today? Write it down. Focus on that. 2. Start saying no. Every time you say yes to something you don't want, you're saying no to your peace. 3. Take imperfect action. Post it. Launch it. Say it. Do it. Stop waiting for it to be perfect. 4. Practice silence. Not everything needs a reaction. Let people be wrong about you. That's their journey. 5. Track your growth, not your likes. Validate yourself by how much you're evolving, not by how much you're being approved. Your peace comes from within. Your confidence grows every time you choose you, over fear, over judgment, over expectations. You want to become the best version of yourself? It starts the moment you stop giving a fuck about the noise. You have one life, one shot, and you're wasting it trying to live by someone else's rules. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to break the mold. And that doesn't happen by playing it safe. That doesn't happen by giving your energy to things that drain you. That happens when you get brave, when you get raw, when you get focused. From this moment on, start giving a fuck only about the things that matter. Your peace, your progress, your purpose. Everything else? Let it go.